Welcome back, everyone. It is Wednesday, which means we get a visit with our friend Michael Babcock over at TMZ to get the scoop on today's hottest stories. Good morning, Michael. We have missed you. We hope you are doing well, as are your colleagues at TMZ with all the wildfires going on.
Good morning, guys. Thank you so much. Yeah, we're in a safe spot over here. We're not that far away from the largest fire, but thankfully, our building here is safe. But it's crazy. Some of these photos, it looks like the apocalypse. I've never seen anything like it before.
Sorry, Michael, not to get off topic, but since you are there where it is, has it affected any of your colleagues there at TMZ, or have you seen the damage yourself?
Yeah, I haven't really seen the damage myself. One of these days, the winds and it's one of the things that's really helped the fire spread, obviously. But the wind was so strong, like the smoke was essentially like billowing over where I live. So that was the extent of actually anything I've seen with my own eyes. And I think everyone, it's whether it's at work or in personal life, I think a lot of people know somebody who's been affected. And that's the case here as well. Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Well, since we are on the topic of wildfires, let's talk about this benefit concert, because I am just overjoyed that this could be a possibility.
Yeah, and I think it's definitely going to happen. It's been dubbed first or Fire Aid, excuse me. It's going to be a big benefit show with a lot of big musical acts. It seems so daunting when you think about the cost of rebuilding and what it is going to cost to rebuild some of the most beautiful homes that you've ever seen. And it's obviously going to cost, it seems in excess of $100 billion and who knows how much more. So anyway, this benefit concert is being put together now. There were originally 24 slots for musicians, and they were going to fill those with whoever wished to participate, who would ever give their time. They have been inundated, the organizers have, with people, with acts who want to be a part of this, so much so they've got like 50 groups, either they're individuals or musical groups, who have reached out and said, we want to be a part of this thing. And again, they've only got 24 slots, so now they're trying to figure out a way to make this show even bigger. Wow. So they can include as many acts as possible. It's not clear who yet. We do have an indication. We're not talking about like Taylor Swift or Beyonce being involved, but I think you could have a lot of names that you really do recognize, and ultimately that raises a lot of money for people who obviously need it right now.
Yeah. Michael, we talked about here locally kind of like how the entertainment industry is responding to this, because obviously a lot of entertainers are the ones that were most affected by this. So kind of what else have you seen? Like, this benefit concert's a great step, but what else are you kind of seeing that maybe people don't know about or should be more aware about that's going to help in the long term?
Yeah, I think the reason you see so many stars affected is because that one area in particular, the Pacific Palisades, it's beautiful and it's very expensive. And because of that, a lot of people from Hollywood live there. So that's why you've heard about so many stars who have lost their houses. And I think there's, whether it's Jennifer Garner being really involved on the ground there in the neighborhood where she lives, her house was spared. A lot of her friends' houses weren't spared. So I think, I don't know if we know about too many individual circumstances yet, but I think you've got, whether you're a celebrity or not, these are their neighborhoods who have been affected, and I think people are trying to do everything that they can possibly do to help. Now, some have gotten criticized, like Harry and Meghan, for instance, who don't live in the area. They live about 90 miles north or so in Montecito, in the Santa Barbara area. They really got criticized earlier in the week for taking a sort of a tour through one of the disaster areas, when a lot of people who live there haven't been able to even go back yet and see if their house is still standing. So you've had some people who have tried to seemingly help, who have gotten knocked for it, and others have helped. So,
So Michael, with the entertainment industry, though, a lot of things have been postponed or canceled. Yeah. Any idea when this concert may take place and where?
Originally they said they were going to do it at the Intuit Dome, which is that brand new stadium that the Clippers, that Steve Ballmer, the owner of the Clippers, built for his basketball team. Now it's going to happen at the Forum, which is actually just right across the street, both in Inglewood, California, Los Angeles County. So it's going to happen at the Forum, but we do not know when yet. So I think they're trying to still work through that. But I would imagine at some point in the near future. I don't think they want to wait too long.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear more about that. Well, Michael, we know this on another topic here. Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively, it's like the never-ending drama fest. And the latest in this is this Deadpool piece with Blake's husband, Ryan Reynolds. So tell us what's going on with this.
Yeah, this shows no signs of slowing down. This argument, this fight, this feud between Ryan and Blake and Justin Baldoni. It just gets seemingly more I don't know, just bigger by the day and angrier. So Justin Baldoni's attorney has written a letter to both the head of Marvel and Disney, Bob Iger, and essentially said, "Hey, look, we think that one of Ryan Reynolds' characters in the Deadpool and Wolverine movie, this Nice Pool character, was essentially an alternate version of Ryan's Deadpool, that they were making fun of Justin in the movie a number of different ways. There was a bit about being a feminist and about Blake's body after having a baby. So he believes that Ryan was making fun of him in this big, massive blockbuster movie, and he has said, "Hey, keep any documents that might even allude to you guys cracking jokes at my expense. You do that when you're setting up to file a lawsuit." So I think you've Justin Baldoni suing the New York Times. You got everyone suing everybody. And I think you're setting up to likely see Justin sue Marvel and/or Disney.
That's crazy.
Oh wow, yeah. I
Never
mean,
end.
he is really going for the gullet, you know.
You're not kidding, Maddie. You don't look. A lot of stars don't get along on movie sets, and we never know about it. And they go and they do the promotion for the movie, and everything's fine as far as we're concerned. They're just laying everything out there. I mean, he was dropped by his agency. He was dropped by William Morris. I think they're.
I just don't, Michael. I just don't see how this helps Blake Lively because
No, I don't think it
was
does,
dead
Jared.
and buried, and she revived it thinking.
Yeah. No,
she
I
would
think
get
you're right.
sympathy.
I don't see how it helps either.
I
of
don't see
them,
how it
honestly.
helps her. I'm Team Justin at the moment, but that changes daily.
Really? Yeah, I don't know if it helps either of them. I think they both end up coming out of this worse than they were when they went in, and then what's the point? Just because they want to try and exact some sort of revenge on one another. That's what it seems like to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say that too, and I think we talked about this on the show maybe last week, but do you predict that this will kind of have a long-term negative effects on both of their careers? Because I personally feel like it could, definitely.
Yeah, I do. I think it will. I do. I think both of their reputations have been hurt by this. Now, does that mean they're not going to work anymore? No, I don't think that's the case. And they're both have good careers, obviously. But I don't think they're more well-liked coming out of this than they were before. I think they both look like, two people.
Come on,
who
let's
probably-
be honest. She accused him of a smear campaign, and guess what she came back with? A smear campaign against him.
Yeah.
So
Right,
it's like tit for tat, kind of going back and
Exactly.
forth. But
Yeah.
Right. And who comes out? They both lose in the end. So.
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
Michael, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Stay safe out there. We appreciate everything you do, and give our love to everybody at TMZ, please.
I will. Thank you for asking about us. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you next week.
See you next week. All right, you can catch TMZ weekdays at 5 p.m. and TMZ Live weekdays at 2 p.m. right here on Fox 49. Don't go anywhere. So much more fun coming up right after this.